Bitcoin is the most bullish asset in the world, and I truly believe the opportunities that are upcoming over the next 1 to 2 years are going to be life-changing. If you have not already managed to change your life through crypto over the past 5 years, well, you haven't missed out. Some argue that this is just the start. We're only just getting underway after breaking through $100,000. Well, we can, of course, talk about that for many, many hours, the long-term outlook of Bitcoin. But in this video, I want to focus more on the shorter-term opportunities over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Here, I can offer you some great insights, knowledge into the trading. Are there some short opportunities, or should we just be only focused on longs? Yeah, I'll be giving you the answers to that in this video. And I mean this before we start. This, whether you are looking for years into the future or just the next few weeks, right now you need to be on monk mode, so to speak. You want to be giving your blood, sweat, and tears, all of your time and energy to the charts. You're not going to change your life by giving this a few minutes a day and moving on. No, you need to dedicate yourself to this. There's no more pushing it back. There's no more excuses. Now is the time. Today. Start dedicating yourself truly to trading. If you want to reach massive financial goals, financial freedom, change you and your family's life through this craft that is trading, you need to be dedicated and you need to put in your time. So please, I cannot make you do that. I can give you everything needed to assist you on that journey, but you need to put yourself into that dedication. If you haven't already, make that your number one priority of 2025. Really, 2025? Next year is going to be massive for the crypto space. Absolutely massive. I don't want you to miss out on that opportunity and regret it later in life. So dedicate yourself, come over and learn the charts, and just crush it with the profits that we can extract right now. With that said, we are going to jump over to the charts and see what we got going on Bitcoin. This is just one of my few accounts. If you've been following, I hope you do, over on Twitter, because here on YouTube, I've not made a video for now over a week. I've just been so involved and busy with the trading aspect. I've not had too much free time for YouTube videos. Sorry about that. But today I had a bit of free time, so here we are. I have, of course, been doing my updates for the Discord and the live streams for the members. But while unable to do the space for the YouTube videos, I have been posting for free over on Twitter and reminding people that, my bullish bias has been the same. So this was posted a few days ago and was even prior to that in the Discord. Absolutely, I do remain bullishly biased on Bitcoin. There's no weakness on the asset itself. I really mean it's strongest asset in the world. I'm in no short trades at all across all of crypto. So that's Bitcoin, all of the altcoins, nada, no short trades. And I am, of course, in all of my long trades across alts and Bitcoin. This weekend, and that was at the time 9 days ago, I believe it was highest probability for continuation, right? And then again, another few days ago, just emphasizing once again, no short trades, that long and chill, compounding longs on any dips, bullishly biased, acknowledge we are in a very strong bull market right now. With that said, though, I'm not a trader that shies away from short trades. As you can see here, a short taken, obviously closed for profits and opened a long, but there are some short trade opportunities. Haven't taken one in a few days now, but last one was here. And I always believe one of the most important things to be successful with trading is, let's list it. Of course, understanding of technical analysis, but I do believe a lot of people can master that. Then it comes down to patience, waiting for the best trades, and the emotional attachment that some people have to the asset. So they of course, Bitcoin, it's all well and good. We're on a massive bull market right now, but that does eat in terms of the emotional attachment to the asset, missing out on some opportunities, a little bit too much FOMO, unable to ever approach any short trades. That emotional bias and connection is actually hindering a lot of people in their trading. I view myself as having no emotional connection to Bitcoin in that regards, right? I'm happy to trade Bitcoin at $1 million. I'm happy to trade Bitcoin at $100. For me, the price is not a determining factor of any sort of excitement, joy, happiness, sadness. It's just an asset to trade, take the trade, take my profits, move on to the next high probability trade setup. Okay, so you want to get in that robotic kind of mindset, and at the same time having very good patience. If you don't get a good trade setup for a few days, don't take a trade. Stop taking bad trades, over trading, revenge trading. Wait for the highest probability trade setups. And sometimes, even in a bull market, they can be short trades. Anyway, where I was going with that, I want to talk you through the last few days here of price action, because it is through that context and understanding of what's happened recently, bringing us up to where we are right now. And with that understanding, you then can start to understand the probabilities of what is to happen next. Okay, so you need to understand the past to then foresee the future. I really mean that. So with that said, I will talk you through very quickly 1 or 2 minutes here the past, few days to week. And that was the short trade that was taken here. Really simply just showing you that even in a bull market, there are some short opportunities. And that was one we were waiting for at a weekly naked point of control at $102,000 at the time. We had some nice confluence there, but we had to remain very patient. We were remaining patient for nearly 3 days, and Bitcoin hovering around, remaining patient, waiting for one of the levels to be hit. That was, I always prepare for a long and a short trade. If we drop, I look for longs, and if we rise, I look for shorts. And at the time, I had my short ready for the weekly naked point of control at $102,000, and I had a long at the range low on an uptrend anchored VWAP. Okay, for a long trade off of the range low. In the end, we hit the highs, weekly naked point of control for the short, and we came down to the mini range low on the anchored VWAP for the long. As you can see here from the charts, and of course, what I was also posting for the members over the past week, we did get a swing failure pattern of the weekly naked point of control on Bitcoin for a short trade. We took take profit 1 off of a session VWAP, or myself closing the trade totally at the range low. Why? Because we hit the mini range low, we hit the uptrend anchored VWAP, and you can see here, closed my short for full profits, and then I ended up letting the long run from range low. That is this trade here. That was the short from the swing failure pattern onto the weekly naked point of control. That was bringing it down to the mini range low. And at that mini range low, we also had the confluence of this uptrend anchored VWAP. So that's just what I mean. Wonderful support confluence. Again, we're in a massive bull market. And I want to just emphasize here the importance and showing you that, I closed that short for full profits at that range low. I'm not holding on to that short and waiting for it to close at break even or waiting for it to close at a stop loss. No, I took the short, I closed it for full profits, and I opened a long trade. Okay, there's no messing around. There's no, I want to have a hedge, or I'm not too sure. No, I'm very confident in my analysis. I'm very confident in having my bullish bias. And that is why when I take a short trade, I'm not scared to take it, but I do know that I need to be locking in my profits. And that was a very sensible decision, as I took profits, full profits at the low, and took a long trade, waited patiently, and eventually we made our way up through $100,000 again to here we are at $107,000. That long average open at $99,700. You can see at the time on that short I made around $500 of profit. And at the time I was in another $500 of profit on that long, which is now at $1,600 of profit. I also have another long open on this account, which will be a long on Bitcoin 2, which is currently in $2,300 of profit. So across all my accounts anyway, I'm in long trades, no shorts, and Bitcoin and some different altcoins as well. But you can just see here, my reason of entries, okay, when it comes to anchored VWAPs. I think I've been very, a big supporter of the anchored VWAPs, waiting for mini range lows. Short trade opportunities are there, but, you don't want to be holding them too long. Keep your shorts, keep your longs long, so to speak, right? And that brings, that was the low here from the anchored VWAP that brought us up to the highs here at $107,000. So I will just show you that anchored VWAP touch that we had here. That was the pullback. And from here, we have just made continuous, have a guess, my friends, higher highs and higher lows. There's a low, there's a high, that's a higher low, higher highs, okay, continuous higher highs, and you can see from here, higher lows too. So of course, with every single time frame you look at, lower term time frame, higher term time frame, very bullish market structure, but price even bouncing off of the CC Fibonacci once more. You can see here from low to high, CC retest, and from that CC retest is where we had that anchored VWAP for the long off of the back test of the uptrend anchored VWAP at the mini range low. I was looking at the time as this is a mini range low, so we had a little bit of liquidity below the mini range low on the anchored VWAP, and that is why I took the short on the other account. Why I took the long on the other account, and this long is one running from previous to that. So with that said, that really brings us up to where we are now. And I just wanted to say one thing, because I've been talking a little bit on Twitter, or X, however you want to talk about, of MicroStrategy. And I think MicroStrategy are running like a really high risk investment strategy, let's say, for their investors. Of course, it's paying out massively now, right? They are making millions and millions and millions and millions, and I'm very happy for them. But I just have a slight worry, and again, this could take another 1, 2, 3, 4 years to play out. But at some point, Bitcoin will drop. Okay, nothing goes up forever, as much as many people would like to believe it might. Okay, Bitcoin especially, nothing goes up forever. Bitcoin does have bear markets. It does have significant pullbacks, right? So here, over the past few years, we saw a pullback here of 73%. We saw a pullback of 78%. Okay, so there are pullbacks in Bitcoin, even when it's in strong bull markets. So to think that it's never going to pull back is, not realistic. And so, of course, now I've been saying we are in a very strong bull market, but at some point this bull market will end. And at that point is where I worry for MicroStrategy, how it will handle its debt, how it will handle investors, a lot of people potentially cashing out with so much holdings. I just worry, that is a worry. And I think that's rational to have that, okay? Rather than just thinking everything's green, everything's always going up forever. Having in the back of your mind this potential worry about MicroStrategy, I think is healthy, okay? Keeps you on your toes a little bit. But, as I've been saying, even with all that kind of bearish outlook on the long term, that is, I still remain bullish on Bitcoin as it stands right now. And now here we are trading at $107,000. So what can we be looking at next in terms of opportunities? First of all, I would like to cover long opportunities, and then we can talk about some shorts potentially. First, when it comes to longs. Okay, so here we are around $108,000, right, rounding it up. You have to understand you're a little bit late to the party right now. So if you're just getting involved for the first time, if you have an outlook of 12 months time, you might be not too sad about buying at $107,000 because in 12 months time, we can be trading higher than that. But with an outlook of the next few weeks, buying at $108,000, we can be trading higher than that, but it's really a little bit of FOMO, late to the game entry of a long. You got to be waiting for pullbacks. And this is where I mean I mentioned at the start, I mentioned a lot of traders fell because their emotional attachment. That's because a lot of people are emotionally attached to Bitcoin. They are very, very, very bullish on it, which is fine. But a lot of people are still sat on the sidelines. They're still waiting. I don't know what they're waiting for, but a lot of people are still on the sidelines. And so when you have an emotional attachment, you are going to be more inclined to FOMO in at the highs. You're seeing it go up and up and up, and now I'm just going to buy, I can't wait any longer because they have emotional bias, right? Whereas if you just view this as an asset to trade, you say, well, I'm going to wait for a dip. Okay, that could just be an $8,000 dip, but you're going to wait for a pullback to support. Whereas the emotional trader will not wait, they will FOMO, and then when it dips, they'll get stopped out, and the cycle repeats. They're continuously long in the highs, getting stopped out on the drops, where they really need to wait for the drops and take advantage of the drops, as I show you with my trades. Okay, I'm good at this game. You just need to pay attention. Okay, so I would say for the longs, we've got to be waiting for a pullback. You can start to see where we have some levels of confluence when it comes to the technical analysis. And I do like these levels around $100,000 for a few reasons. Psychological levels are a massive factor when it comes to Bitcoin. And that, of course, this daily here, $100,055 is a lovely level to grab some liquidity from that anchored VWAP lows. Grabbing liquidity ever so slightly below that, coming into a bigger CC Fibonacci level. You can see them from the overall low to the highs. That's where you have that confluence on the daily. What we can do is pull this up a pivot to where we put in the CC low. I will explain this a little bit more. From this low to high, we put in the low at the CC. So now what we can do is pull from this low to this high. And you can see this CC comes in at those lows that we had previously of the anchored VWAP of the 13th of December. So what I would say is that is our big liquidity level. So if we're searching for liquidity, we're searching for that around $99,000. So that's where I would say we have our next large liquidity stop. And price likes to revisit those areas of liquidity, so that's just something to bear in mind. In terms of holding market structure, higher lows, and that's where we got the weekly naked point of control on the daily. And you can see there resistance, 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 could be a nice resistance support flip. But you can see whether it's one of those two opportunities, to the $99,000 or to the 101,500. They are both waiting patiently for pullbacks. And again, we're not expecting that to happen in 1 hour. We don't think a big 1 hour candle, but we will get a pullback at some point. And again, this could grind down. If it's a quick liquidation, it's a quick liquidation candle. All good for us as traders, waiting for the drops. What we don't want to be involved in is FOMO into the highs. There's no high probability trade set up here, and there's essentially just FOMOing in, and then if it gets a pullback, you miss the long. So myself as a trader, I'd always wait patiently, and I am happy to remain patient for, again, this is compounding. I'm in an advantageous position of already being in several long trades, thousands of dollars of profit. I don't need to FOMO into any highs, and you too could be in that position. Okay, if you wait patiently for the drops and you maybe follow, you listen along in the Discord of areas of interest where we are literally waiting for longs from the range low that I give in live streams, right? So there's ways that you can be in those same trades by listening and educating yourself. So that's what I would be saying in terms of the next long opportunity. It would come on a drop, and I think the next higher confluence is down and around $100,000. Again, you're going to have to remain patient for that. Doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. Okay, we can absolutely move up first, and that's the highest probability, and that's where you will have your patience tested. As you see it keep going up and up and up every day. Of course, we are going to form some new levels. So what I mean by that is we could move up today, and then tomorrow we have the daily point of control of today form into a daily naked point of control. And then we could have a daily on a daily naked point of control new built, essentially tomorrow at, for example, 107,000. And then you would have a new opportunity to long to build it back up. But of course, you have to remain patient for those new levels to form. They're not forming until tomorrow now. So today you would have no opportunity up here in terms of a fresh level. That comes at 101. But you could have that form tomorrow at 107,000, for example. And then you get a new trade opportunity. And that is why, every single day I am in the Discord updating the members, giving them the new technical analysis and finding the very best opportunities. So that's what I would say in terms of the long. Next, I want to talk about some short trades. Before that, I do have a few very short, quick, but important announcements for you all, and I will just flip through these very quickly. The first is that we have released a brand new beginners trading series, all for free. These are going to be released twice a week, so the series is around 15 videos long, and twice a week there will be a new video released, and that's going to be on the YouTube channel from Coach Severin. Shout out to Severin. There he is, coach at Chart Champions. And so yeah, this is really, really good if you've got people that are interested in trading, maybe never traded before or have a base understanding. This is the series for them. We're very happy to make this for free for everybody. It will be on YouTube, and that's just something that we really hope helps a lot of people or gets them interested in this truly lucrative space right now of money making. It's a wonderful bull market, as you can see. Wonderful bull market. Second announcement is that we have entered a trading competition. It's a team trading competition on BingX. If you are a trader of BingX, if you already had an account, you will know it's not KYC right now. So, there are some advantages of that for some people. And if you would like to join our team, you can via the social section of the Discord. You can join the BingX trading team competition and see how we do in this. Second announcement after this is that we now have a partnership with TradeZilla. This is a journaling software. So if you're interested in bringing your journaling to the next level, we now have a partnership with TradeZilla and can get you up to 10 to 20% discount on annual plans and 10% discount on monthly plans. You can just enter chart 10 or chart 20 at checkout. You actually do need to come in here, create an account, and then you get your access to the promo code. So that's just something of interest if you want to get a nice trading journal. And the very last announcement is for the people over on Bybit. This is for new and existing users right now. If you are an affiliate under Chart Champions for Bybit, they're giving over $1 million of prize pool and giveaways right now, airdrops, prizes, vouchers, etc. Very easy to get involved on that. So yeah, I would just make you aware. All of this is available via few different sections, the social section on the Discord, or you can come over to chartchampions.com, even with a free spectator account, and come over into the deals section where you can take advantage of all of the deals we have to offer. With that said, that is everything that I wanted to go through there. And now I will end by talking you through the short trades. Well, this might be a bit of a surprise to you, but I actually don't see any good short trades on Bitcoin. And that is the first time I've said that in, well, a long time. I don't see anything nice here. I really don't. I see lots of long opportunities on dips, but I don't see any nice short trade here. And again, that's not to say we can't drop. Price right now in front of our eyes could drop, boom, $10,000 to the downside. And I would have to say, hey, I missed that trade. It's fine. It is absolutely fine, because I don't feel that we got a high probability short trade. So the way that I'm approaching the shorts right now is remaining patient for something to show itself. Okay, yes, I have some Fibonacci targets above us, but they're all above $115,000. You know, I'm looking for $115,000+ before I hit my next Fibonacci Elliott wave targets. So, you know, for the foreseeable, next few days, there's nothing here in terms of shorts. I want to see a really big rise of above 115K. So locally here, yes, of course, you can see there are pullback. You know, you could even say here, pullbacks. You know, there are moves to the downside, but these are low probabilities. I'd prefer to be long in the dips. In terms of a short trade, if we do get a big drop to the downside, then I could be interested in shorting a retest. That's where we could have some opportunities, for example, then on a daily, weekly naked point of control, downtrend anchored VWAP. But while the trend is like this, I have no short opportunities and I have no interest in the shorts. No interest in short trades right now. That was now posted 2 days ago in the Discord, and you know prior to this as well. But you know what I'm saying? Like, while the trend is this strong, while there is no weakness, I'm not going to be taking shorts. It's as simple as that. The short trade that I took off the weekly naked point of control here was off of a swing failure pattern of a high. I had something to go on with some confluence. Here, there is no weekly naked point of control above us, right? We got to remain patient for something to form. And, you know, that's basically the way I'm approaching the new shorts. And I, you know, I'm not here to engañar, or I'm not here to cheat the system or do anything. You know, I'm just giving you my honest opinions, thoughts, trades, outlooks of the market in a very realistic trader's perspective. I'm not a moon boy that is calling for a $13 million Bitcoin. I'm not a perma bear that thinks we're going to drop every day of the week. No, I just am a trader that is very successful, that now just shares his honest opinions of the markets. I just look for high probability trade setups. Right now, I don't see any high probability shorts. Yeah, some might form over the next few days, and I will update the Discord straight away as soon as I see a short trade. But as it stands right now, I don't see any. I do see some long trades, and yeah, they need a bit of a bigger dip, but we can see if anything forms again over the next few days around 107K, where we're building up that point of control right now of the mini range. The last thing that I wanted to say, I was going to talk about this a bit more, so I'll just ask how many people are interested, but I don't know how much of you know about the MiCA regulations that are coming in next year, but this will affect everybody in crypto in the EU, so it's quite a big topic. But, you know, I really feel that my best decision was leaving the UK, and that was a decision, you know, a lot down to the weather, I'm not going to lie. But of course, the restrictions, the way the UK is going politically, I do not see it very good. And I really feel one of my best decisions of my life was leaving the UK. And then I moved to the EU. And then I left the EU too. And I see with this like MiCA, I mean, everything, I just don't see it heading in the right direction, if I'm honest, the UK and the EU. And of course, I believe when I talk about freedom, I mean that by regulations. You know, they're trying to be controlled. They want to tell you what to think. They want to tell you what to do. They want to, you know, tell you what's safe and what's not safe. I want freedom to make my own decisions, and a government that supports that, right? So That's what I refer to by freedom. And I don't think that you get that so well in the EU or the UK. And of course, you're going to get better tax rates by not being in the UK and the EU either. So that's just something to bear in mind as well. Of course, I love to visit the EU and UK. You know, I absolutely love to go there on holidays. See, you know, it's a nice place to visit. But I always will be making sure to spend 7 months of the year at home, which is away from the UK and the EU, right? And that is a good, okay, I want to say this, no financial advice, no tax advice, etc. No advice, but I would just say, of course, you can pursue that in your own tax consultancies, and of course, but you can move to a place with low tax. You know, you could be paying 10, 20%. I think that's fine. But you know, in the EU, UK, you're talking about 50% tax. You know, this is where it gets crazy. You know, I don't think you should, you know, need 0%, but you know, to pay 50, I think is a lot. Anyway, if you're interested in some of the places that I have found, you know, that I've had, of course, gone through all the tax advice, etc., I can share some insights on that and why I can expand upon the EU and UK not being so great for the freedom and the taxes. Then, yeah, I think I can expand upon that. And I just will say this, if you're interested, leave a comment down below and I will expand upon it and give you some insights and what I have learned. Again, I'm not an expert in this, but, you know, I have done a lot of research and, you know, dedicated a lot of my time as well to this. And yeah, I would just say that if you're interested, let me know down below. I will always be an advocate. You have to pay your taxes. And I don't think, you know, striving for 0% tax as well is needed, but there are lots of low tax options out there where you can be paying, you know, maximum of 20%, which I think is fine. 20% is not high. And you can actually find some places down to like 5%. Okay, of course, you can get down to 0% as well, but that depends on where you want to live. Okay, so, you know, you can easily achieve around 10% and live in a really nice place. So yeah, anyway, if you are interested in that, let me know down below. My main focus, of course, always going to be the trading at the end of the day, and that's where I'm coming in here, sharing my insights every single day in the Discord. Okay, today I actually done 2 live streams. So you can see from my trading channel, I've done the live trading update in the morning, then I've done another live stream. So I've got live streams every single day, you know, things going on within the chart champions. So if you want more from myself and the other coaches, get yourself over to chartchampions.com, enter monk mode, study, learn, and change your life via trading. I thank you all ever so much. I hope you've all had a wonderful time watching this video, and you know what I will be looking for next and why you should avoid the FOMO. All right, remove that emotional attachment and wait for the best trades. Thank you ever so much. Hope you've enjoyed. And that is me signing out. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, and goodbye.